The vote to accept federal grants from Operation Stone Garden came after about 3.5 hours of public comments and debate by the supervisors. Most speakers criticized border enforcement. Some said they are victims of racial profiling and say grants that lead Pima Sheriff's deputies to cooperate with Border Patrol make things worse.
Every time I go visit my parents, I get pulled over by the Pima County Sheriffs. It's always some little random thing why they pulled me over, and every time they ask me if they could search my vehicle. Every time they ask me if I have drugs and if I have a gun, even if I have my kids in the car.
Sheriff Mark Napier says his deputies do not proactively do federal immigration enforcement, but do use the federal funds to enforce state laws against drug and human trafficking. The money covers overtime and equipment. People who favor the grants say they help pay to put deputies where they help protect people in remote areas.
My belief that the loss of this funding would be a serious risk for the safety of the Pima County community. That's all of us.
Supervisor Ramon Valadez says he originally voted to reject the grant because he did not feel he had enough detail on how the money is used. Sheriff Napier says the law requires deputies to respond to people who break state laws near the border. But without the Stone Garden grants, there will be no federal money to help cover the costs.
We're stuck in a really horrible situation where, like the sheriff just responded, they have to respond. We've been asking for money to offset some of the cost of being a border county. We don't agree with the immigration policy that we currently have, but we're stuck with it because, again, the people that we hired haven't changed the law like they're supposed to.
Valadez says he understands fears about racial profiling. One of his conditions to vote yes was creating a commission to investigate profiling claims. Craig Smith, KGUN 9 on your side.